In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the new Flower Fun Charm XL. It's basically the same as the Flower Fun Charm, only instead of being 6 pins, it's made on 8 pins. And since Rainbow Loom created the monster tail, I'm able to make this with the 8 pins. So you will need to choose your colors, and I've decided to make this one 2 different colors. And you need a total of 16 rubber bands. So I have 8 of this pinkish purple, and then I have 8 more of the darker purple. And you will need 4 rubber bands for the center. So I am going to start with this lighter color, and I will start on the pin that is closest to me. And I have the red dot closest to me as well, but it really doesn't matter where you have that placed. I'm going to go from the first pin here, and I'm just going to work my way around in a circle. So I'm just going to the next pin up and twisting. I'm going to alternate to the darker purple and twist. And now for this lighter, I'm just going to go right around the circle here. And now with the darker. And I'm always twisting this bottom layer just so it doesn't come apart when I take it off of the loom. And I'm just alternating every other color every time. And now back to the start, I have this darker purple and twist. So that's what my first layer will look like. And now I need to put the yellow rubber bands on. So I'm starting here on this end pin, and this one's going to stretch all the way to the top. It's a long stretch. And now I'm going to go to this next pin over to the right, and this one's going to stretch diagonally up and to the left. It's a long stretch all the way to the top. And if you need some room to add these on, you can just push this first layer down if you haven't done so already. Now to this next pin, it's going to go straight across. And then finally to the pin on the right at the top, it's going to stretch all the way down diagonally to the left. It's that long stretch. So they're all going opposite of one another. And now that I have the 2 layers on, I want to remove the bottom layer. And so from every pin, it's going to be 2 rubber bands, the bottom 2. So you can either take them just one at a time, or if you want, you can grab them both at once, and you're pulling them out over the top and into the middle. So I'm going to be grabbing 2 at once. Just make sure as you're doing it that these yellow bands are staying on the pins and you're not pulling them off as you're moving that over the top. Now here on the end we have the 2. And now on the other side, the same thing. You're grabbing the bottom 2, going into the middle, and then finally down here at the bottom. And now you want to push all of this down. And now I'm going to add one more layer. It's going to be the same pattern as the first layer. So I'll start at the pin closest to me. It really doesn't matter which color you start with. And this time there's no twisting. I'm just going to alternate colors every time. Just going around the circle, this counterclockwise direction. It's just one right after the other. And then back to the start. And now again, I want to remove that bottom layer. So this time it's going to be one single band of yellow. So I'll start on the end here. Just grabbing this bottom yellow from all 8 pins. Now from the top here. And again, as you're taking them off, just make sure that the other bands are staying on and you're not pulling them off as it's coming over the top, because they do get pretty full. And now I want to push all of this down again. And now I want to take this off of the loom. So I'll start on the bands that are closest to me on this end pin. I'm going to get them on my hook, get them both at once, and I'm just going to move them in this counterclockwise direction to the very next pin. And now what I want to do is reach my hook down inside, and I want to grab these bottom 2 bands, but I need to do it from the middle. So I'm pushing, going down through, pushing back on the top 2 bands, just grabbing hold of the bottom 2, pulling them up through, so they're going inside of those top 2 bands, and they're moving to that next pin over. And now I'm going to keep repeating that around the circle. I'm going down through the middle, getting those top 2 bands behind my hook, grabbing the bottom 2 and pulling them up through and moving them over. Again, going down through, getting the top 2 bands behind my hook, grabbing the bottom 2, and just keep going around. From the top here, go down through, get the top 2 behind, get these bottom 2, and now they're moving around here. And now again, I'm going down through, push back on the top 2, grabbing hold of these bottom 2, and I'm just working my way down here. And then again, just make sure that both bands are making it on. Sometimes it's easier said than done. And now finally I'm going down through, pushing those top 2 back, grabbing the bottom 2. Now these are your last 2 bands, so you want to make sure that they stay on the hook. And now you can remove the rest of these. And then here is your flower. And you will probably have to play around with it just a little bit. You want to get all of these colored bands on the edges and have the yellow in the center. And you want to try and have them as even as possible. As you pull on some of the petals, it'll make the other petals get shorter. So you can do your best to mess around with it until you have it how you'd like it. And now you can take a clip. I have a C-clip here. And I'm just going to put these 2 bands through this C-clip. Or if you didn't want to use a clip or you didn't have a clip, you could just use a rubber band to just pull a rubber band through there and then slip one of the ends through the other and make a slip knot. And then this is your Flower Fun Charm, the extra large edition. It's really not too much bigger. I'll show you, here's one that was made on 6 pins, and then here's the one made on 8 pins. So it's just a little bit larger. And then here is another one in blue that I made on the 8 pins. This is the extra large one too. So I think it's a cute little charm, and you can use it for a lot of different things. It would be cute for an addition to any bracelet. You can make a ring out of it, earrings, bracelet, necklace. So hopefully you like it as much as I do, and you found this tutorial easy to follow. You can always leave me comments on YouTube and Facebook. post pictures of your creations to my Facebook page, and please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can stay up to date on all of my latest tutorials. You can also find me on Pinterest and Instagram, so please feel free to subscribe to those as well. Thanks for watching!